Hi there. When you're in the middle of feeling activated, otherwise known sometimes as a freak out, you know, heart pounding, thoughts racing, you might even feel shaky or nauseous, what do you usually do? Some people try to think their way out of it. They reason with themselves. They'll tell themselves, it's fine, it's not a big deal, I just need to calm down. They try to argue themselves back to sanity. Most of the time, that doesn't work. You cannot think your way out of a nervous system response. Sorry. The thinking brain and the activated nervous system are not connected at the activation point. The nervous system is in charge at that moment. There is a way to get the brain and nervous system back in collaboration with each other. But before I give you the tool, I want to explain why it works first. Understanding the why makes it easier to be able to use it when you're in the midst of feeling activated or triggered, as some people call it. When your nervous system gets activated, when it reads a relational threat and fires a protective response, excuse me, the activity in your brain is going to shift. Sorry, lost my train of thought. The parts of your brain responsible for emotional processing, they light up. And the parts responsible for clear thinking, language, and perspective, they go a little quieter. Not offline completely, but reduced. And this is why activated you and grounded you can feel like two different people sometimes. Neurobiologically, something different is happening in each one of those. And research on emotional regulation shows that the act of putting words to what you're experiencing, specifically naming it, moves the activity from the emotional centers of the brain toward the language centers of the brain. It's sometimes called affect labeling. And it creates this measurable shift in how activated the emotional response is. Don't suppress the feeling. Don't argue with it. Don't try to reason your way out of not feeling it. You're feeling it, so just name it. Acknowledge it's there. It's similar to having a 2-year-old run up to you crying, and you just shove them away, or just tell them you're okay. How's that work? It doesn't. They usually escalate. It's the same with your emotions. Give them the attention they're asking for, and magically they quieten down. Well, not magically. Scientifically measurable shifts in the brain. Here's the tool for you. When you feel activated, particularly in a relationship, when your chest tightens, you feel hot or shaky, maybe your mind's racing, maybe you begin to shut down and disconnect, let that be your cue to say to yourself, wow, my nervous system just got activated. And that's it. Not, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Or, here I go again. Or, why am I like this? Just a neutral, accurate, factual statement. My nervous system just got activated. 6 words, no judgment in them. No story about what it means, how bad you are, how out of control you are. Just a description of what's happening neurobiologically in that moment. Your nervous system just got activated. Here's what that does. It names the experience without amplifying it. When we say, I'm spiraling, or I'm losing it, or even just, I'm so anxious, we're adding a layer of story and self-judgment on top of the activation. And that story tends to feed the feeling rather than settle it. My nervous system just got activated. It's different. It's clinical in the best way. It describes a physiological event, period. It implies something that happened, not some way you are being. It also creates a small but real moment of observation. That part of you that can step back and say, my nervous system just got activated, is not the part that's actually activated. So you've just introduced a witness, and that witness has a little more space than the reaction does. Practically, it moves you toward your language brain, which is exactly the direction you want to go when your emotional brain is running on high. So one more thing about the tool that is just as important. It works after the fact too. So you don't have to catch this in real time, mid-conversation, in the heat of the moment, though that will get easier with practice. You can use this 10 minutes later, an hour later, the next morning when you're reflecting. Hopefully you do reflection. My nervous system just got activated. My nervous system got activated in that conversation that happened yesterday. That's what happened, even retrospectively. The naming does something. It reframes what happened from I lost it and embarrassed myself, or there I went, I shut down again, and I don't know why I keep doing that. It moves you into a more accurate, more compassionate recollection of the event. Your nervous system responded to a perceived threat. That's a thing that happens to humans. It happened to you. It happens to me. It happens to all of us. Well, any of us that have nervous systems. Oh wait, that's all of us. The reframe is powerful. It doesn't let yourself off the hook, but it does stop you from piling shame and judgment on top of an already activated system. Shame makes regulation harder, not easier. Accurate naming actually makes it easier. So this week, anytime you feel it, the tightening, the heat, the shakiness, the shutdown, the urgency, try the 6 words first. My nervous system just got activated. You can say it quietly. You can say it out loud. Mean it neutrally. Just let it be information instead of criticism. And then take one breath. The breath and the naming together make the naming even more powerful. So I hope to see you on Sunday. That's this coming Sunday, May 24th, for a live session that's going to be all about our nervous system and relationships. Our nervous system and attachment. Sorry, getting my Sundays mixed up. So, nervous system and attachment. The community's $27 a month. There's tons of stuff in there. Access to a seasoned clinician and somebody that has 60 years of life experience that kind of led me into learning how to use these tools so I could enjoy being a human. All right, I love you. Take care of yourself, and I'm sending you peace and light.